These are the stories of the people who enrich our community.
Calling Kent Home Council Edition. Meet the men and women of your Kent City Council. We asked them a number of questions, including, what inspired you to run for City Council?
First of all, I would say, I love the city of Kent. Me and my family moved here in 1984. And the reason why we moved here, mainly because of the school. We want our kids to be in a good school, so which led me to run for the Kent School Board. So I served on this Kent School Board of Education for 17 years and had a great experience. And from there, once my last kid graduated, I decided I wanted to do something else and talked to a lot of other people trying to find a way to get involved. So I decided to run for the city, Kent City Council. And it has been a good move. I love Kent. It's a great place to live, a great place to raise a family, and that's what kind of got me going.
What was the most surprising change you've seen in Kent?
I think the biggest thing for me is, we'll start off with the Kent Station, okay? This place where we're at today is a Kent Station. It's a great place to go. You can do lots of things. You can shop here, you can eat here, you can go to the movie, or you can just come sit here and hang out by the fire, which is a great place, right? So I think that's been probably one of the biggest things. I've been seeing a lot of changes in our schools, right? Our school has grown quite a bit. We got over 27,000, a third largest school district in the state of Washington. And so I think there's diverse. We have a very diverse culture here in Kent, and I think there's lots of things to do here in the city of Kent.
What long-term changes would you like to see in Kent?
Well, first of all, for the city of Kent, I'd like to see us reduce our debt, right? We do have some debt, and I'd like to see us restructure our debt, continue to pay down our debt, so we can make Kent, give us more capability to do other things as well. I also would like to see from our infrastructure, we have some challenge with our roads, right? So by paying down some of the debt, it allows us to kind of build our infrastructure with our road. We got potholes need to be fixed. So I'd like to see us kind of be able to focus on some of that as well, too.
How do you describe Kent to a person who has never been here?
I would say bringing the world to Kent, right? There are lots of things to do here in Kent. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to visit. We have great companies, the Boeing Company, REI, Blue Origin. There's just a lot of places, company-wise, that is here in Kent today. I think also, once again, we got a Kent Station, a great place that you can come and visit, eat, hang out on a very nice day. Great school. I think our school system is right pretty high, where you can come and live here and have your kid be educated. I just think there's just lots of things to do here. Great place.
What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies?
I have 5 kids, 4 boys and a girl, right? And I'm proud to say that they all born and raised in Kent. They all went through the Kent school, and they had 4 out of 5 are done with college. So we got 1 more to go. So I might get a little pay raise once he finished. And then my wife and I, we've been married for 29 years. So we got 30 anniversaries coming up in January. So we're looking forward to that. And, she's a full-time pastor. She has her own church and up in Issaquah. And so on Sundays, spend a lot of my time with her up in church, which is a good thing, right? But for the most part, the kids out the house. We got my daughter is home right now. She's working to get a master's degree to be a teacher. And my youngest son is finished up his sophomore year at Eastern Washington University. So the other 3 kids, one is a firefighter, and the other 2 works for Pack Car Corporation in Renton. So I'm so proud and happy they all chose to stay in the area. So one thing that we do every Sunday, we have a big Sunday dinner at our house. And the kids come over and the wives and the fiance. So very proud of that. One other exciting thing I will share, and that is that I'm going to be a grandpa. So she was due on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to having my first grandson. It's a boy. So we're very, very excited about that. So it's going to be pretty neat to have another addition to the family.
Why did you choose Kent Station for your interview?
I come by here a lot. Me and my family, my wife, we eat out here a lot. We go to the movie theater. And, I want to really, everything I do, I think about trying to support in the city of Kent, right? I live on the borderline of another city called Covington, right? So, but when we go do things, I try to think about Kent and want to spend my money in Kent. So that's why I choose this place here, because I think it's a trademark of Kent, and I think it's really a neat place. And I also want to bring up the showwear. I know we have some challenges and opportunity in the showwear, and the council along with the city, because the showwear belongs to all of us, right? It's not just the council. So we need to continue to look for ways to try to make that a place where it's financial stability, right? And that's what we continue to try to do.
Tell us a little of your personal history.
I serve in the U.S. Army, right? For me, right out of high school, I decided to go in the Army right away. So I was a Airborne Ranger paratrooper, and I probably got pretty close to 500 to 1,000 paratroop jumps, and Ranger, tough guy, so and I think that also helped identify who I am today, right? I think it kind of gave me some good traits and good work ethic, and so I'm very proud of that. So being able to serve in the U.S. Army and be an Army veteran, I think that's a good thing, and I'm proud of that. Born and raised in the state of North Carolina, right? And I went through school there, and as I said earlier, I watched my parents struggle to put my oldest sister to the school, so I didn't want to put that burden on them. So I had a nice little chat with my dad. My dad also served in the military, and he talked to me about the military, and so I decided that's what I want to do, right? And I graduated from school, and 13 days later after high school, I was in the military. And I must admit, I didn't know what I was getting into, because I was an ex-jock, so I played football and basketball, and I ran track, right? So I went to the recruiter. I said, I want the toughest thing you have, right? And he said, okay, how about Airborne Ranger? I said, okay. He said, where you want to be stationed at? And I said, what about Washington? He said, okay. So I went to my basic, went to my AIT training, and then they line you all up. They said, Private Boyce, Seattle, Washington. I said, no, Washington, D.C., because I didn't know anything about the Seattle except for this show we used to watch, Here Come the Bride, every Sunday, right? And that's the only I knew about the most beautiful sky you ever seen in Seattle, right? So my mom was upset and crying, said, you're so far away from home. But then I came in here, and I spent 4 years in the military. I served my time, and then I got out. I decided, I really like this place. I really love the mountain, and at that time I used to hike a lot. So I decided to make this my home, and then applied for a job at Boeing and started working there, and that's where I've been ever since. So this is home. Kent is home for me.